Hi everyone and welcome back to another card making video. Today I'm showcasing the latest release by Studio Katia. This is their 3rd birthday and I'm happy to celebrate it with them. They have even sent me one of their celebrating pins with that cute little bear holding a cake. Now this video is part of a blog hop. Make sure to visit my blog for lots of giveaways. So let's take a quick look on what has been released. These are the crystal rainbow sequins. And this is the pastel rainbow confetti. Now moving on, they have the radiant orchid pearls in various sizes. Now the next bag is a must-have. I absolutely love it. This is the speckled sprinkles and it really looks like the sprinkles that we add on top of our cupcakes. And finally they have a very versatile bag with those silver fever fusion in various colors as well. Now this is one of their creative dies. This is a shaker balloon. It gives you a little bow as well and it cuts a lovely stitching all around. This is the It's Your Birthday stamp set with lovely sentiments, perfect for birthday cards. The next one is called KOBI Makes a Wish with an adorable bear and lots of sentiments, again perfect for birthday cards. There are matching dies available and actually the little pin and the design of the bear are the same. Now the next two stamp sets are quite similar but they do have some differences. So these are balloons, they do have different designs and they are lovely borders that you can use on your cards. One of these stamps is vertically oriented while the other one is horizontal, so choose your favorite based on the cards that you like to make. And here is a gorgeous flower arrangement. This is called Floral Garden and it's perfect for those who love coloring stamped images. These are two stencils with lots of balloons. One of them includes a couple of stencils that you can layer one on top of the other, while the other one gives you different shapes of balloons like ovals and hearts and little circles that you can mix and match together. So I'm going to use the stencils and I will create a couple of backgrounds and then turn these two into cards. First I'm working with the birthday balloons duo and I am applying peacock feathers all over the first stencil. I'm going to remove that, layer on top the second stencil, and I do have some purple tape at the back to hold my cardstock and the stencils together. And now I'm going over it with cracked pistachio. And if you notice, I don't do any crazy techniques here, no shading, no highlighting, just applying my color all over the place. But of course you can do more complicated techniques like mask off different areas and apply different colors. You can also do some shading or highlighting. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Now for the second background I am using the birthday balloon stencil and this time I'm using the purple tape to mask off different areas so that I can apply many colors. I am using again Distress Oxide inks in a rainbow order. And again I'm going really simple without doing any shading or highlighting. So after applying all the 5 colors, I am going to remove the stencil and you can see how it looks. A lovely rainbow order balloon background, which I'm going to turn into a card in a bit. So first of all I'm going to work on the first background, which I have cut down to be smaller than the standard card. I used my Studio Katia glue to stick my background on top of my card base and one of the colors of the balloons matches perfectly the color of my card base. Now I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping. I'm going to stamp the bear as well as a couple of the gifts. I am stamping everything with alcohol friendly ink since I'm planning to use my alcohol markers to color everything. So after coloring I did use the matching dies to cut out all the images and now I'm going to put everything together. I'm stamping my sentiment on a thin strip of white cardstock that says "You barely look older" and I'm going to stick that on top of my card. If you notice I did add some foam tape at the back of my elements and I'm going to nest them directly on top of my sentiment so it provides kind of a ground for my little images. I'm going to stack down the gifts and I did use some of the rainbow gems to embellish my balloons here and there. And this little triangle plastic dish is also by Studio Katia, and I find it really handy for little gems and confetti. Now I'm going to finish off my card by adding some details with my gel pens. These are really sparkly, and I'm going to add black at the nose as well as some yellow on the flames of the candles. Now, just like always, you will find links to everything I'm using down below in the description area, as well as on my blog. And that's my first card all finished, and you can see some close-up photos here. Now for the second card, I cut out this panel to be slightly smaller than the standard card, and this is the It's Your Birthday stamp set. There are some little stamps that are meant to be confetti, but instead I'm using them as the strings of my balloons. With a thick white marker, I'm going to add some highlights all over the balloons. And since I want this white to be nice and vibrant, I need to do it a couple of times, since the ink kind of reacts with the white on top. For the sentiment, I went with the big and bold Happy Birthday to You, and I went with black. However, you can use any color, since we are actually rainbow colored theme here. And for the card base, I went with a red cardstock, but of course you can use any of the colors that we have on our balloons. If you are new to card making, this is a really simple card. It's flat and it doesn't involve many techniques. And finally, I'm going to create a third card for today. The moment I show this die, which is called Shaker Balloon Die, I just had to make a shaker card. If you follow me, you know already that I love shaker cards. And I'm going for a super cute card here with pink and glitter. So the die cuts out a balloon window. It gives you this border as well as an actual balloon. So you can mix and match and play with all those things to create different cards. Now I will go with the window since I'm going for a shaker card, and I'm also going to cut out this balloon one more time since I want this border out of white. Then I'm going to work at the back of my window panel. I'm adding some double-sided tape all around the balloon. Here I will be using my pick tool to remove the backing, and then on top I'm going to stick a piece of acetate. You can use a piece of packaging if you want, which is exactly what I'm doing here. So now I have a lovely window, and you can see hopefully from the front. I am going to add some white glue all around this frame, and I'm going to stick that directly on top of the acetate. It's going to fit nicely inside like a puzzle, and it's going to provide a nice and finished look. And let's not forget Ginger, who is always next to me, so he decided to make an appearance here. So now I'm adding some speckled sprinkles with my Nuvo spoon here. And if you notice, I have already added foam all around the back of my window, as well as some white glue, which is really helpful since I can move a little bit the panel before I'm happy with the placement. Now I'm going to make sure that these are nicely stuck together. And by the way, the white cardstock that you see underneath, it is actually glitter cardstock, and it's really sparkly in real life. Now in the birthday stamp set, there is a lovely sentiment that says celebrating you on this wonderful day, which I have stamped with black ink on top of white cardstock. So I placed glue at the back, and I also cut out the little bow that you can put at the base of your balloon. Instead, I'm going to place it on a different area just because I think it's cute there. But you can go ahead and stick it anywhere you like. I really like this bow, and I think I can use it in many cards. It's really cute and tiny. Now at the center of the bow, I'm going to add one of those confetti, the pastel ones. And my cute pink shaker card with all the sprinkles inside is ready to go. All I need to do is to stick it in a standard card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And check how adorable these sprinkles are. And here are all my birthday balloon cards together, showcasing the latest release by Studio Katia. I hope you had fun, that you got inspired. Don't forget to like, leave me a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and have a lovely weekend.